So welcome back to today's tutorial, and we are talking about break and continue statement as the last control structures. Alright, so we use break if we have a loop that we want to get rid of, like we are in a loop that executes continuously, an infinite loop. Then we want to get out of it at some particular point, then we can use a break. Okay, on the other hand, we use continue if we want to do something at some point and then we continue with our normal execution. Say we are printing even numbers from 0 to 10, or if we wanted to print just numbers from 0 to 10 and we reach 5, we can easily print a statement that, hey, we've reached the halfway. Or if someone is doing an online exam and you've timed them for 1 hour, then if it gets to 30 minutes, you can easily send them an alert message that, low, we have used the 30 minutes of the time and we have 30 minutes. So that's when we use continue. But for break, it's as long as we want to get out of the loop. So here's the syntax for, in fact it has no independent syntax. We mostly use these two statements inside other loops. Okay, now I want to print numbers between 0 and 10. Okay, so I can easily say that for let's do this in our C++ dev. Okay, so we can initialize our numbers to be 0 like this. Then we say while our count is less than 10, okay, we simply increment our count by 1, so that is increment by 1. Then we print our count like this on a new line like that. Okay, so we initialize it 0. If it is less than 10, then we increment it and we print. Okay, so we can easily check and see that if our count equals 5, then we simply say break like this. So first run this and see. So the moment it gets to 5, we break. Okay, but still we can print here a message and say count is now 5. Okay, we are breaking like this. So count is now 5, we are breaking. So immediately when it gets to 5, they print you that message that count is now 5 and we are breaking. Then we stop the loop. So we said we use break to terminate a loop before the actual value is done or its intended purpose isn't complete. So we are intending to print from 0 to 10, but then we automatically break it at 5. Okay, if it gets halfway, we break it at 5. Okay, so this is break. But assume you want to alert someone that, hey, we are halfway, then we continue executing. So you can simply say, hey, we are halfway, like that. Then instead of break, you can use the word continue like this. So it will count. When it reaches at 5, it prints you that message, then it continues. So you see 1 2 3 4 5, and then we say, hey, we are halfway. Okay, then we continue with 6 7 8 9 10. So if we want to have our 6 on the next line, then we simply add end line like this. So run it again. Hey, we are halfway, then we continue with execution. So This wraps up everything about contour structures and loops. So we meet in the next lecture when we're talking about switch statements and then the other advanced side of programming, which is functions. So the next two lectures, one will be about switch case statements, then in the preceding one will be the most interesting, functions.